Hey guys, it's Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group, and in today's video, we're going to do a full hands-on demo of the Broadvoice mobile app for 2020. So before we get into this demo, I'd like to introduce my two guests here, Chris Young and Kathleen Anito over at Broadvoice. Chris and Kathleen, could the two of you just very quickly tell the viewers, what your role is at Broadvoice, who you are, and then we'll hop right into the demo.
Sure, I'll start. Thanks, Prince. I'm Kathleen Anito. I'm the channel manager here at Broadvoice in the Northeast, and I work with folks like Prince and helping his customers get quotes, show you our portal, do a demo, and really my role is to help customers and help you find the right solution. And then Chris, go ahead, Chris.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Young. I'm the sales engineer and I work with Kathleen. Part of what I do is make sure to prescribe the right solution for customers as they come to us and really make sure that the product's going to be a good fit for what they need today and also what they're going to need tomorrow.
Cool. So I guess before we jump into the actual demo, could one of you guys tell the viewers why are mobile apps in general, so popular today? As you guys know, we were talking off video. Pretty much every caller that calls me these days with current events, which we will not mention in this video, they pretty much say, these are the features I need, and oh, by the way, it better have a mobile app or it's a no-go. Could you explain to the viewers why mobile apps are so popular and what the benefit of a mobile app is, just briefly?
Sure. I'm going to jump in and then I'm going to hand it over to Chris. So if you think of a mobile app, it acts as a traditional desk phone, allowing you to work anywhere and make calls from anywhere. And I always think of educators or teachers or healthcare workers where you need to maybe, if you're a teacher, call a parent back, or if you're a healthcare worker, you need to maybe call a patient or call the patient's family, and you want to use your cell phone, but you don't really want them to have your cell phone number and access to that number. So you just use the mobile app, and then on the other side, the parents or whomever, it's coming through like it's your business line. So in where we are today, everyone needs this. And yeah. Go ahead, Chris, sorry.
No, I mean, that pretty much nailed on the head. It gives you the ability to be mobile and not in the office and tethered to a desk or anything like that and be able to make and receive calls. The good thing is when calls come in on it, you can actually tell the difference between that and your normal cell phone calls, so you know how to answer it accordingly. And it gives a better work-life balance. I've been using the mobile app for probably 5 or 6 years off and on now in different situations, and I've taken calls from the high desert when I was at a family function and nobody knew the wiser. So it just gives you a lot of flexibility there, which is really nice.
Awesome. So I guess let's go ahead and jump right into this thing. I'm gonna I've got different functions and features that I'm gonna call out, Chris. And if you can, in your demo software, just show the users what it would actually look like theoretically to access the data or the actual function in the app. So I guess first, could you show the folks what it looks like in this app to make a call or to dial a number, or what does that look like inside of this app?
Yeah, and I just dragged it over to my primary screen. Hopefully that didn't distort everything. So this is actually just a mirror cast of my phone right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a outbound call.
I don't think I can see it on my end.
Let me go ahead and.
Yeah, not like earlier.
Did it pop back in now?
I see like your drop down, your do not disturb stuff and all that. I don't see the actual app itself.
There we go. Apologies, I had it on pause.
No worries. No worries.
There we go. All right, so if I want to make a call from this, I'm just going to go ahead and dial the numbers 6937. So this is one of our support lines. When the call is active, you'll actually see the call connect. So right now it's in a ringing state. Once it answers, you'll get all of your basic call control functionalities. So you can pull up the keypad if you need to, enter a touch tone or anything like that.
Yeah.
If you want to go ahead and dismiss that, you have the ability to put the call on hold, to transfer it, to add to conference people in, as well as do like an attended transfer. So if you need to talk to somebody before you transfer the call. Also, the other cool function that I like about this is when the call is active is you can actually hit the little record button and it'll record the call. I find this really helpful because sometimes I'll be taking calls on the road and I'll tell the other party like, hey, I'm on the road. I can't take notes. Do you mind if I record this?
Wow.
So then I can kind of go back and listen to it, which is really nice. This does integrate with your Bluetooth headsets and everything like that. You could see that right here, the little Bluetooth, because it's actually connected to my headset that's across the room right now.
Yeah.
So that will work as well. So I've had it work across various cars. So I've had it work in Fords and Hondas, a couple different Chevys with good degrees of success as well. So let me go ahead and just end that call.
I wanted to talk about something there. That part with the recording, you just blew my mind there, because I can't tell you how many other apps I've done demos on our channel, or that I've seen just, in passing that I use, but I have never seen one that has a call recording on demand button right there on the same screen where you control the call from putting them on hold to transferring. That's impressive. I had a quick question about that, not to get off subject of the mobile app, but for those who are watching, because a lot of people these days call me and they're interested in call recording. Is call recording like included in you guys' platform, or is it an add-on feature, or does it come with the mobile app? How does that typically work?
So if you're doing the call recording from the mobile app, it's actually just recording the call locally to your phone. There's no premium charge for that you can get that with our standard or pro seat. Now, if you want an overarching call recording, something that always records the calls regardless of what endpoint you're using, be it the mobile app, your desk phone, desktop client, whatever may have you, that would be included in our pro seat. And the way that works is we actually record the call on our server side and store it on our side, as opposed to, like I said, with the mobile app here, it's actually recording the call locally to your phone. So you would then have to like pull it off your phone and then listen to it that way.
Okay. Awesome. I'm glad I saw that. I learned something yet again today. If you could really quick, could you show the users, if somebody, let's say they're away from the office, obviously for a lot of people, as you know, some people are using just mobile apps these days, but we got a lot of people out there as well that have got your traditional desk phone, like a Polycom or a Yealink or Cisco or whatever it might be. If someone were to leave them a voicemail, how would they know that they got voicemail on this mobile app, and how would they check that? Could you show us
Excellent.
that?
Yeah. So I have voicemail disabled on my line, so this may not look correct, but the idea is that right here, the little voicemail icon, you'd actually see a little number here, similar to what you see on this text message icon.
Yeah.
You'd click on, oops, I keep clicking there, thinking it's going to go. And then you would be able to see your voicemail messages from here. Now, in this case, if it's just an audio recording, you'd be able to play it from here and then listen to it. I can also delete my messages, so it gives me a little confirmation there. Then just, as you can see, just your standard visual voicemail from here.
Wow.
On top of that, it can also do a voicemail to email, so it'll send it off to your email as well, and you can listen to it from there in the event that you're not using the mobile app.
Okay. Awesome. For text messaging, as Kathleen mentioned earlier, a lot of people, they don't want to make calls from their personal cell phone. Well, a lot of people, they don't want to do it because they don't think it's professional. And then some businesses don't want to do it because they can't do it by, whether it's HIPAA guidelines, if they're in healthcare or whatever, whether it's for personal preference, professional reasons, or security reasons, or data protection reasons. Could you show how the text messaging works in the same sense for people to be able to send and receive text messages from their business line versus their cell phone?
Yeah, for sure. So one of the requirements is you have to have a pro seat in order for this to work. And then you have to have a telephone number pointed at your seat. You have to basically have ownership of that number in order for it to work. So the way it works is I just click on that little messaging bubble right there. And I can actually see here's some example of some text messages I've been sending back and forth between myself. So I'm just going to go ahead and text.
They're like, hi, how are you today? Did you drink all your water?
Exactly.
How was your workout?
All right, there we go.
I see it's got emojis in there too. So
yeah, it does. So let me go ahead and scroll down. So then that just came through on my actual cell phone. And I'll reply back now, and you should see the reply come in momentarily.
Cool.
There we go.
One other thing that I didn't have on my original list of bullet points that I actually want to talk about, so I'm going to throw you guys a curveball here. One thing that I have personally found that's helpful with my mobile app is if I'm out and I've got something going on, and I can't, I like, let's say I've got a planned surgery or something, which I actually did have some months back, and I need to on the fly forward my calls to somewhere else, whether it be another extension of another person in the office or forward it to a landline where maybe a relative or somebody can take my calls. Does this app have that capability, and how would you do that? Like, how would you do two things? Uh, Forward calls on the fly to another number, another extension from the app, or put your actual mobile app on Do Not Disturb?
Yeah, so I'm using the Android version, so it behaves a little bit different between Android and iPhone. What I personally do whenever I don't want to use the app anymore is I actually just hit the little reset app button down at the bottom, which basically logs me out of it, and makes it so I'm not getting any incoming calls.
Okay.
If I want to do any of the call forwarding, then I would do this guy right here, turn it on, and then I would forward to, and then enter the telephone number in there. So that's one way to do the call forwarding. The other way to do it is actually log into your portal, which is mobile app friendly, and then toggle your call forwarding on to forward to somebody else. So at that point, it's not even ringing your app anymore. It's just getting forwarded at the server side,
Gotcha.
which I find is the best way to do it, because even when you're call forwarding from the app, the call still comes in, it rings the app momentarily before the app recognizes, oh, yes, I need to forward the call. So there's like a brief ring. So that's why I find it's better to do it that way.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Let me see if I got all my questions here. Yeah, the only other question I had for you guys before we close this out was, is there any other key features that I've missed in this app that you guys feel, oh, you see there's some stuff there like Do Not Disturb. Is there any other key features in the app that you guys feel I didn't ask about that your customers find really useful that you'd like to
Um,
cover?
I think key features, no, not really. There are like all kinds of preference settings that you can tune it and tweak it to your best environment. So obviously the mobile apps use whatever data connection you have, be it your cellular data or Wi-Fi connection. You can configure the app to prefer one over the other, inversely, so that that they you have the best call quality and everything like that. I've used the app while driving sometimes, and as long as they've got decent cell connection, the audio quality is going to be good. But outside of that, I can't think of any of the major ones. Can you, Kathy?
Well, actually, the one thing I was going to add was the voicemail transcribed to email, because that's what I love the most.
Right, but that's not a
I
feature that's centric to the mobile app per se, right?
True, that's not centric to the mobile app, but I guess it's just something I love.
I
Is
love it too. I don't know about you guys. I loathe listening to voicemails. So being able
Yes,
to
me
read that
too.
voicemail message is much nicer than being able to, or having to listen to it all the way through.
It's funny
Right.
that you guys said that because I like using voicemail to email so much that I don't ever usually check the voicemail on my mobile app. So if you look at my mobile app, I can actually tell you it literally says I have 401 new voicemails. But when people
But yeah,
see it, they're like, dude, call
I'm not
people
much
back.
better.
When people see it, they're like, dude, do you ever call people back? And I'm like, no, it's because I listen to it in my email. So,
Yeah.
Right. That's
but okay, well, cool. That's pretty much all the questions I had for you guys today. So I really want to thank you both, Chris and Kathleen, for being here and showing me and the audience you guys' mobile app. Because
Yeah.
as we already mentioned, this is a really, I mean, I think we can all agree that mobile apps have always been a very powerful feature since their inception. But with everything going on currently in current events, I think they're needed more than ever
Yeah.
in this
I'd
day and
agree.
age. One more thing I wanted to ask. So for someone who has a seat or an extension with you guys, mobile app is included in that package, correct?
Correct. Yeah. And it's
Okay.
iOS and Android, so it works on your major smartphones.
Okay. Perfect. Well, again, I want to thank you both for being here. For those of you who are watching this video and you're interested in, to find out more about what Broadvoice offers, not just by way of mobile app, but maybe even desktop app, their platform as a whole. Maybe want to talk to Chris and Kathleen about pricing and even possibly see a demo that is tailored specifically for your business's needs and questions. My info will be below this video on our channel and on our website, and I'll put you in direct touch with these wonderful folks that we've talked with today over at Broadvoice. If you found this video helpful, please like the video, hit the notification bell. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. As always, Prince Rich, your go-to guy for the best deals on business phone and internet service in the United States. I'll catch you guys again in the next video.